Yeah, they say authoritarian. They say it is a place that is collapsing, that is down, that we shouldn't like. But China is nothing like that when you come.
Welcome back to my channel, Kweisi, and today I have an amazing man right here. We spoke on the internet, we met on Twitter. He loves my content from China, and he kept engaging with my content. I'm so glad to have him right here in Beijing. I'm so thankful to have you.
Mate. It's really good to see you.
It's good to see you on my channel.
Kweisi, the man to follow on YouTube. He's got everything.
All right, man. So briefly introduce yourself to my audience. Who are you, and what do you do in China?
My name's Steve. I live in Manchester, United Kingdom. I'm a language teacher. I've come over here to China because I just really want to get to know the people. I've seen so much internet, I've seen so much content from people like Kweisi here who nail it every time, and I want to come and see the real China, and that's what I'm here.
And so when was your first time ever in China, the first time in China?
First time in China was back in 2017. My wife met a lovely Chinese person in Manchester who worked at a university. She invited us over. We couldn't say no. And so we came over and we just absolutely fell in love with the place right off.
How is China perceived in the UK?
China is perceived well by the regular people, but I'm afraid it's what it seems to be is that our politicians have a downer on China. They follow the lead of America. But if you speak to the regular people in China, we have a large Chinese community in Manchester, not far away in Liverpool, just down the road. They're so integrated and been there for hundreds of years. Regular Chinese people are loved and welcomed. It is our government that says, don't like China. don't like
so
China.
The government in the UK always say that don't like China. China is a bad country.
Yeah, they say authoritarian. They say it is a place that is collapsing, that is down, that we shouldn't like. But China is nothing like that when you come here. When you speak with Chinese people, when you come and see the Chinese cities, when you come and see the Chinese towns, it's a perfectly lovely place. It's the sort of place you would come to come and feel safe and happy and enjoy it.
We mostly read from the internet and the Western media, like China is an authoritarian country, people are not free. You'll be in China now. In this golden week, when you say golden week in China, that's the period everybody is traveling around China. Is it a true reflection of what you see, being here personally?
Absolutely nothing not. You hear that this is, as I say, an authoritarian country. Yeah, they have control over what they do. They have control over the country, but it's the right kind of control. It's the kind of control where you feel safe, where the people can walk around, that they can do things, they can achieve. They're given the tools to get things done. It's not the sort of thing that we read and hear of in the UK. We are told that people are downtrodden, they're not allowed to do this, that there are cameras everywhere. But you can come to a place like this, where we are at Sanatun in Beijing, and yeah, there are some security cameras, no more than in the UK. Perfectly safe. It is not a reflection of what we see in the UK at all.
Before we started recording this video, you said like last night around 11 p.m. you were walking around on the street of Beijing. Were you not scared for your life to be doing this?
This is it. Well, it's the times that I've come here, and the very first time I was concerned. I was hand on my pocket everywhere I went, hand on my phone, and everything like that. But there is a security presence that's reassuring wherever you go. The people are happy and smiling. I can walk down the streets and I can just feel perfectly safe. There is none of the drunkenness, there's none of the hooliganism that you see in Western countries, particularly in Manchester, which is a great city. Manchester's a fantastic city, come and see it. But it's a place you do have to be wary at night. That is the sort of thing you do not come into in China. China, you feel safe, you feel secure. Where I live in Manchester, I would feel unsafe with my wife Helen leaving the house to go to the post office on her own.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. That is not because I'm overprotective, it's just because I worry for her, because we have so much crime. In a space of 3 months in Manchester, in the neighbourhood where I live, we had 3 killings on the street and 2 policemen were stabbed. That is just within 200 yards of my home. So we do not have that when we get to. There will be some crime, but you feel perfectly safe. I can walk on the streets at any time. You walk, you can smile, you can talk, you can interact with people. China is perfectly safe.
And we often hear China is collapsing, the economy of China is just going down, down, down. I mean, you are here in China. You see the businesses running, you see people moving. Yesterday you were walking around here shopping with your wife. Is it a true reflection? Is China collapsing, the economy collapsing?
No, absolutely not. Whatever you hear about the economy of China collapsing, you are hearing rubbish. You could come across any street in China, not just the beautiful malls that we're here, but in any normal street. You can walk down, they're busy, they're bustling, not just with tourists, it's the regular Chinese people out and about doing their business. These shops are well stocked, they've got everything you need, and we do not see the hassle and trouble that we see anywhere in the UK. So no, this is not anything like a collapsing economy. This is a thriving economy. This is thriving.
So you think China is thriving?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is not just thriving, but the pace that it's growing, it puts anything far behind what we see, say, in the UK. I can only speak for the UK for myself. It's far beyond anything we see. There are, you'll go round and you'll see a shop that may be closed here and there, but that's going to be full in a couple of weeks. I can walk around the corner here in this beautiful mall, and there's a whole new section being built.
Right.
Not just smaller stores, but huge name brands. There's a Christian Dior going in around the corner. There's Balenciaga. That's not the sign of a collapsing economy. But it's not just at the top end, it's at the bottom end as well. You can walk around the Hutons, where I'm actually staying at the moment in Beijing, full of shops, not just the tourist ones. If you go off the main beat, plenty of small local Chinese stores, and you can get just anything you want. This is not a collapsing economy. This is a thriving economy where not only does the state want you to achieve, the people want to achieve. They've got to drive, so absolutely.
Why is China moving around the world, building major projects in different countries, friendly bridges, building hospitals in Africa, United Asian countries? Recently, China helped Indonesia to build a fast train.
Yeah.
Why is China engaged in these mega projects? Is there a reason behind this? Is China trying to take over the world?
I think that China has got exactly the right idea, because China has got this, to my mind, from what I see, it has got this ethos of a win-win situation for everybody. So China comes to invest in your country, that's good for your country. It's good for China, absolutely. But it's good for both. China goes to somewhere, they trade, the trade goes back, it goes forward. We all grow off that. Not only that, we get to know each other. Okay, here I am. I'm in Beijing. I'm meeting King Kweisi.
Right.
Okay, two completely different sections of the world. We come here into one place that is China, where people can come together safely. And China is helping other countries get that themselves. China is building hospitals all over the world. I mean, I've seen some fantastic news stories just recently. Jason Smith, also on YouTube from the Bridge podcast, he's got some fantastic content about new hospitals that we put up recently. This is what we see all over the world. I would like China to extend that the Silk Road right way to Manchester, where they used to come, and that's what I would like to see.
So you mean China is not a threat to the world?
No, China is the single country at this moment in time in the world that is actually a peaceful society, a beacon of strength and solidarity.
But in the media, we don't see that in the media, because the media portrays China to be very, the bossy kind of country who want to take over other countries' territories, fighting India, fighting Philippines, and you are seeing a different thing, man.
And I think more and more people are, because what they're seeing a peaceful society such as China. You are seeing the mud thrown at it by countries such as the UK, such as America, because they are jealous that their hegemony is being challenged. But it's not a challenge in the way as China wants to be the top dog. China wants to live in a peaceful, this is my take anyway, China wants to live in a peaceful world, trading peacefully, travelling peacefully with other countries, getting to know other countries, sharing. That's what China is. But that is too much of a threat that the politicians in other countries see. They want to be in charge. They want to say to China, no, okay, you follow our rules. And China says, no, there are no rules. Everything is equal for everybody.
So immediately China decided to break away from the normal norm and set their own pace.
Yeah, so it set its own pace, and we see that, and it's a pace that's picking up. I mean, we've just seen even simple things like, as you mentioned, the high-speed train going into Indonesia. First thing they do, everybody argues about it. You get things like the Voice of America doing their cynical things and putting the pictures of a tiny old train and things like that. This is not China. China goes, it wants to share, it wants to grow equally with other people. It doesn't want to run well. China has its own country. It enjoys what it has, and it wants other people to enjoy as well. It's not.
I mean, on your page on Twitter, you call yourself the self-proclaimed Sinophile, and also a link to build a bridge between China and the world. Why China? Why not other countries?
Because China is the country, to my mind, that is the future.
China is the future.
China is the future in my mind. Yeah.
Okay.
China is the way that I would like my country to be, because I'm not. When I come to China, I'm not told to be here. I'm not told to be there. Yes, there is control. Okay, I have to act within the law. What's wrong with that?
There's
You
nothing
know?
wrong with that.
But China is a place that just wants people to be happy. That is what I would like to see. In our old country, the UK, we have obviously benefited a lot from what we have inflicted on other countries in the past. Yeah? China, the whole works, you know this. China doesn't do that. Okay, China has, in a very short period of time, if you think about it, since 1947, it has exploded into this cosmopolitan city where anybody can come and anybody is welcome. I would like to see that for our country, where we don't lean on the old past glories of the imperialism and colonialism that we had, but that we can be part of something that is really good and can achieve, where all these families walking past. Yeah? We don't get this. Everybody is in a rush, everybody's in a hurry back in our own countries, because we're told that. Be in a hurry, buy things, you know. China is not this. Okay? China wants everybody to thrive. Well, that's my opinion. That's why I say self-proclaimed. Because although I'm saying it now, it's not my job to convince that. I just want to experience that and share what I've seen.
So what is your message to the world? If other people are watching this video from your country, from other Western countries, what is your message to them?
Do not listen to what you are told. Don't listen to me. Okay? Come to China yourself. You wouldn't believe how easy it is. You can hop along to your Chinese consulate, grab yourself a visa, come here and see for yourself. Don't believe what others tell you. Come for your seat in your own eyes. Go to places. They say that Xinjiang's the best. Go there and find out. We can do this. We can travel in China. We can jump on the fastest trains that are in the world and go wherever you like. You can travel on the trains. You can come and meet people like King Kweisi here on the street in Beijing.
Right.
And not only learn, but see for yourself with your own eyes. It's the only way to do it. Do not listen to what they tell you.
Do not listen to what they tell you. Don't listen to the news. Don't watch the news. Just come and have the real experience of China and the life here.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Thank you very much indeed.
I'm so happy for you to be part of this engagement. You know, I sent you a message because I saw your engagement on Twitter. I'm like, I need to meet this man and speak to him. I'm glad you came, man.
Thank you
so much.
Anytime.
Guys,
subscribe to this bloke's channel all the time.
Peace out.